Welcome to The Right Connection, the show where we bring singles together for a unique blind dating experience. I'm your host, Marcus Hart, and this is my wife,
Kia Hart.
We're excited to have you join us.
Here on The Right Connection, we take a different approach by setting up blind dates between individuals we believe could be a perfect match. Get ready to witness the excitement, the surprises, and the genuine moments as two strangers take a chance on love. This is The Right Connection.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Right Connection 1 month catch up. Today, we are here with Brittany and London. We do these episodes just to give our participants an opportunity to share life after they have matched. So, over 1 month ago, Brittany and London matched on our show, and so many of you wanted a follow-up. We're asking so many questions on what happened. You shared your opinions, you shared your thoughts, and there was a lot of concerns. So today, we're gonna address it all. Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Good. Well, first, let's talk about how was the experience on the show from both of your point of views.
So, do you live in Atlanta?
I don't. I live in Houston.
Stop.
You live in Houston?
I live in Houston. Stop. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They plotted.
Okay.
They plotted. Look. They're
Okay.
good deal. Team.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you do specifically?
I'm a respiratory therapist.
Okay.
And right now I'm like in the midst about to be a perfusionist as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a medical social worker for 6 years.
Oh, nice.
So I was in the hospital as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
You guys. you see, like they knew what they're doing. Okay. Just keep them. All right, cool. Yeah. Look. From my point of view, it was great. It was smooth. It was intentional. Even when it came to the interview process, even before I came on the show, it was very direct and it was very transparent. You let us know exactly what we were going to expect, even from all the way down to like how we dress, right? And from the actual show standpoint, when we was on the show, it was very smooth. I loved my experience, that I had. And I mean, I got to meet Miss Brittany. Honestly, we're at a point now where it's like we get in trouble if we say each other's names. You know what I mean? We can't use governments. Like it's babe. Look, hey. Look, can't use the government no more. You get the look.
We're gonna dive into that. Go ahead, Brittany.
Right.
We're gonna put a pin right there. We're gonna come right back to that.
I just want y'all to know that he prayed before this and asked God to let him not say anything crazy. And that was crazy right there. I feel like it was crazy.
Yeah, I know.
But okay.
Yeah, see. Look.
Talk, brother. Talk.
I mean, I would agree. My experience was positive. It was smooth overall. I think for me, the turnaround time was pretty quick, but I think it was only because I was already traveling. Like I was in New York when I got the email, and I had gotten back to Houston like a week or two before I had to go to Atlanta. So it was kind of quick for me, but I don't think everyone's experience will be like that. And I think like what London said, like you guys were transparent, which we'll get into later because I'm sure y'all gonna ask because everybody else was asking. I'm just gonna say that, but we'll get into that later. But other than that, everything was positive.
Awesome. Okay, so we see that you're sitting next to each other. So we're assuming like things are going well.
Oh yeah, better than well, for sure.
Okay. Okay. So I know there's so much to talk about. I'm trying not to jump around because I want to try to flow in order. But let's talk about the blind date on camera first before we talk about after the date. So when you took your blindfolds off, what was your first impression of one another? Brittany, you can go first.
My first impression, I was honestly like, wow, he's really handsome. So I think that made me even more nervous because I wasn't expecting him. Like, I wasn't expecting to be as attracted to him as I was. And I was already nervous to begin with, so that just added another layer on top of it. But yeah, that was my first impression.
Okay.
My first impression, I told y'all during the date, I was like, y'all exceeded my expectation. I'm like, yo, y'all did it like this,
Wow.
and I seen the other shows. I was like, man, okay, y'all showing up and showing out.
Look, we
Like,
tried
what?
to, man.
I'm like, Father, what you we doing it like that. So I'm just really thankful and very joyous. Still am. I'm giddy over here. So
Oh,
yeah.
we see the way you looking at him, Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm calling Brittany out. I told her before we started, I may have got like 5 smiles out of her through the process.
On the blind date?
Like just the process
Okay.
before the blind date.
Okay.
And she over here
Cheesing.
cheesing.
Cheese.
Cheesing.
I mean, I see you in the head, girl.
I love it.
Gosh, that
But
is true though.
yeah, you're smiling. We love to see it.
Mhm.
So let's get into what everybody's here for.
Yeah.
After the date, you guys matched on the show. What did you guys do?
So we ended up doing what we said we was gonna do. We're gonna end up going into painting with a twist, which was outstanding. Through which we had a conversation. So we went to Walmart first. We ended up getting these snacks and having a conversation, getting to know each other. Basically just diving a little bit deeper about the show and our experience with such. And then after that, while we were on our way over there, that's when the heavy probing questions started. Brittany wasn't playing. She didn't come to play. She wasn't gentle, you know?
I wasn't gentle.
Nah, you wasn't with it. Nah, you were like, hey, so what's the deal? How many mothers are we looking at? What's going on? What's the past life? Do you how long you been in your job? What's the credit score? What are we doing? No, no. Yo.
I did not ask him about his
Hey, but look, she wasn't playing with me. I knew she didn't come to play, and that's exactly what I asked y'all for, right? I asked you for somebody who was opinionated. I asked for somebody that wasn't scared. You know what I mean? That would ask and check. Hey, London, we're about our business, right? And so I'm just really happy and really blessed to have somebody in my corner that is very supportive. And even now that we're having these tough conversations, the questions that we're having and what we're doing now is something that most relationships don't do after like a year being together. So I see it, and I see the growth that we're doing and the potential that we have going forward.
Okay.
Man. So with that, Brittany, we had a pretty good deep dialogue. Just getting your interview and just hearing what you wanted. How do you feel about the intentionality that London has shown?
I honestly wasn't expecting him to be as intentional as he has been. Like, the consistency from the moment that we matched up until now has not changed. Like, the dates that he's planned, he was planning dates before we even got back to Houston.
Wow.
He works overnight, and then of course he has his kids and everything like that. So the fact that we are able to spend as much time together as we have, like, I really do appreciate that, and I see the effort that he puts in. So
Wow.
I love it.
That's awesome.
So how was the date itself? Let's get into fun stuff.
Yeah. Man, you want my opinion first? Want me go 1st? All right, love, I got you. All right, so look, painting with a twist. It was great. We got to show our creativity.
Wait, hold on, London.
What
You said,
happened?
I got you, love. We heard that.
You said,
I got you, love. We caught that.
you're not gonna skip past that.
You're not gonna jump over that fast. Okay, continue.
So it started with painting with the twist. We got very crafty. It was very very nice. It was a great experience. Yeah, you might have a picture. Yeah, I think we was taking pictures in. After that, once we got back, What was the next place we ended up going to? Was it?
This is what we did, if you guys can see.
Oh yeah, those are the pictures right there we got into.
So let
We
me
both
get.
made like our individual pictures and we like combined it together to make like two islands together with like a hammock. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Mm. But what was the next day we ended up going on? Do you remember? I know we did a few
When we got back to Houston?
Yeah, once we got back to Houston. We've been on a lot of dates. We haven't been playing.
That was gonna be my next question.
Yeah, so it's been about 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So how many
Month
dates
is change.
you guys?
Okay.
How many dates have you guys been on?
6,
It's
7.
been more than that.
Yeah, we've been busy.
Because one day we were together basically the whole day,
Mm-hmm.
and we did multiple different things. Like so.
Yeah, when we go out, we don't just do like one thing. We go out and we just start. We kind of get caught up in talking. We get caught up in the events that we end up doing, and so Brittany has met my family. She's met the kids. Brittany has met. We have plans for Thanksgiving, Christmas. Her family's actually supposed to come down. They're going to try for Christmas, but for sure for New Year's. And so I actually got done talking to moms today. Matter of fact, look, and pops, yeah. And so no, they are great people. They're wonderful and very supportive. I can definitely tell with all of her nieces and nephews.
You met them too.
Yeah, they are. Their relationship is very. It shows. It shows. Our whole family has a light about them, and I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
you said so much.
I can't remember the first date.
Oh my gosh, you said so much. There's so much to address here. First,
Yeah.
with your dates, are you guys usually doing things that are active, or is it more like conversational, like dinner dates? Like, what's usually like the two of yours vibe? I guess.
Well, we like to mix it up. Like, to be honest with you, some days we want to do something that's active and more like fun, and then some dates, we need to sit down and talk. Like me and her, we agreed upon having at least one date where we intentionally talk about our relationship and talk about like, hey, this was what I saw, and this is probably something that we need to work on, and this is how we can probably sit down and we can try to prevent it from happening, depending on whatever it is.
Just like check-ins to make sure we're both on the same page.
Yeah, check-in dates.
I love that.
That's very mature.
Very mature.
But I mean, I think in general, I can't remember the first date, but I will say this: anytime he's come to my house, like he won't let me drive anywhere. He picks me up for every single date. He brings flowers every single day. Like every time he comes to pick me up for a date, it's a bouquet of flowers. I can't touch a door. I can't pay for anything. Nothing. Like he's on top of it. So, but we've gone out to eat, which the first 2 times that we went out to eat, he would not eat in front of me.
Hey, that's nerves. You ain't hungry when you nervous.
Don't understand.
You can't eat when you. Hey, Marcus, you know what I'm talking about.
It's serious when you can't eat.
Exactly. It's serious. Look, you would be worried if I could eat.
Listen. I know this is about y'all, but fun fact
about what I did
about
on my
us.
first date? Yeah.
So I didn't eat. She wanted to go to Chick-fil-A. She's new to Georgia, so she like, what's the chicken spot?
Yeah.
She picked Chick-fil-A. And man, when I tell you,
can tell
she
them.
was like,
Going in?
she don't like me. Cause like she throwing it back, and she like,
I was like, you want that? Cause
I may have took like 3 little fries to the dome.
I was like,
you know
why
what I
you
mean?
not
And
eating?
she like going crazy. So yeah, I feel you. If we don't eat, we serious.
But I think for a woman, it's maybe a little different. If we could eat, we're comfortable.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But yeah, so that was him like the first 2 times, and that was intentional, right? So I don't remember like what happened. Like you didn't have to work or something like that, and like I don't really work Wednesdays. So he like hit me up and he was like, "Hey, have you eaten?" And I'm like, "No, not really." He's like, "Okay, let me feed you. Let me take you to lunch or whatever." And I was like, okay, sure." So like he came, picked me up really quickly, took me to
the lunch date. Yeah.
He remembered that I said that my favorite food was Jamaican food, even though he's never had it.
Mm-hmm.
So he found like a Caribbean restaurant. It wasn't Jamaican, it was Trinidadian, but
Yeah.
A for effort, right? And I still like Trinidadian food as well. So he got to experience something new. And that was like one of the first dates, I would say, when we came back to.
Yeah, that would be the first. Yeah.
That was the first, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then he planned a date. He remembered that I said I love Basketball. That was my favorite movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they were showing it at like at the rooftop cinema here in Houston. So he took me there one night randomly.
Yeah.
We've gone to Dave and Buster's. What is it? Holy Moly or whatever.
Holy Moly golf. Yeah, we went putt golf. Yeah.
Where else did we go?
After that, we went to the museum. We actually went to the Color Factory.
The Color Factory.
Yeah, went to the Color Factory. Took a bunch of pictures. Had a little aesthetic. It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've done a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Well, you guys are going to have to share some photos with us so we can put it up on the screen for people to see.
Oh, I got you.
That's beautiful. I know. I want to see it. But okay, so we talked about the dates and how the transition, it's been, you said, like 6-7 weeks now. And so we've met the family, we've met the kids, parents. Let's start with the children. How was that first time meeting his children? Or how did that come about, actually? How did that come about?
All right, so my son, he has a baseball game every Saturday, and me and Brittany were together, and I asked her, it's like, hey, you want to, because not only was my son and my kids there, but, my aunt is there, my mother is there, we're all supporting my son, and I've talked to my kids about Brittany, and they enjoy hearing about her. My daughter actually wanted me to send her a picture of her skateboarding the other day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my son was having a baseball game, and she came with me, and so she got to meet my mother, my aunt, my kids got to ask her questions, different things like that. Awesome. It was short, but it was an introduction, and then we have plans for Thanksgiving as well.
Okay.
We're also hanging out. Yeah.
Okay. So how was that?
Let's reel it back a little bit though, because we were on our way home we went to City Center that day.
Yeah.
What did we do there?
We had sushi, and that's the time
he took me to an anime movie.
Yeah. See, yeah, we went to go see an anime movie. That's right. I didn't realize.
And he was cringing the whole time because
it was the wrong one.
This is not the
it's not the right one.
That's funny.
Afterwards, he's like, "What'd you think about it?" I was like, let me pray about it."
Because I knew it was bad. I was like, yo, like I was at high key. I was like, you ready to go? We ain't gotta stay for the whole thing, It could, because she was looking at me weird. I was like, yo, this is louder there.
Yeah. Do you guys usually do you both like anime on your own?
I know nothing about anime.
I was going to try to introduce her, and since we were already going to watch a movie, I was like, oh, look, that's an anime movie. We can go ahead and try that out. Me forgetting what kind of anime it was, I was like, all right. Yeah, and that wasn't the right choice.
Anime can get crazy quickly, so I can only imagine.
Right.
Yeah. So it was on the way home from that day.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me if I wanted to go to his son's baseball game, and I was like, sure. I was like, but if I'm meeting your kids and I'm going to meet your mom, like, what are you introducing me as? Like a friend or?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, my girlfriend. And I was like, yeah, but you haven't asked me to be your girlfriend. So,
mm-hmm.
And so he was like, well, I'm going to ask you now, but I'm going to do an official, ask another time.
Yeah.
And so that was when it became official.
Yeah. So what I did was I ended up getting her some flowers, a bouquet of flowers. And I also got these lottery tickets, right? And basically I came to her house and she grabbed the flowers and you saw the lottery tickets. Like, what is this? What is this? What you got lottery tickets? Like, listen, I was at the gas station. I saw it, I got it for you. You might like it. And sure enough, she was kind of hesitant on scratching it off. But then when she finally did, she's like, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like, So, it was a nice little experience, Yeah.
That's super creative.
Very creative. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, he
So
thinks a lot.
how did that make you feel? One with meeting his kids, did you feel like it was rushed? Was it right on time with you with the way that you guys were moving?
I think we both kind of question that because that's another part we skipped though.
Mhm.
Because after he asked me to go to the baseball game, he hit me up late. Was it later that night or the next
I
day?
think it might have been next day. I'm not sure.
And he was like, um, I don't know if you said I think we talk about something or something like that. He said, mind you, I'm in a session. I'm in a therapy session with a client. I see the message pop up, and I'm like, can we talk about? It's like about what? And then he said, what did you say?
So I thought because of how I was feeling, I needed to make sure that I was making the right decision. So I decided to fast, right? And I normally do fast. It says not if you fast, or it's when you fast, and when you fast and pray. So I wanted to make sure I was making the right decision and I was moving at the right pace. So I said, let me go ahead and fast, but I normally would fast, from food or do intermittent fasting depending on the severity. So I was like, you know what? I prayed and I need to fast from Miss Brittany. And then I guess she didn't know how to take it or whatever, but I needed that time to be able to make sure I was moving in the right way and handling her in the right way. And more so, I needed to ask for permission. You know what I mean? Before me and what I want, this is the Lord's daughter. You know what I mean? So I have to ask. You know what I mean? I would do that with any father. And so there's a respect that has to come in because I definitely believe that the Lord had her on a high shelf for the past 3 years. You know what I mean? Not to be seen, not to be touched until she's been pruned and ready. Same how he did with me. There was a reason why I saw your show at the time that I did, and I ended up feeling led to pull in the application, right? And so with that, it comes a sense of approval and and giving the okay, and that's exactly what I did, and yeah, it's benefited so far.
How'd you feel about that, Brittany?
I was like, you need to fast from what? No, seriously. Like I said, I was in a session, so I couldn't answer him right away. So then when I was done, I called him and he explained what he was feeling like. We are moving kind of quickly. Like this is all new. It feels great, but like it's a little bit scary how well we are meshing. And like I understood that, and I was like, okay, if that's what you feel, the Lord is telling you to do, I respect it. I said, but I think, with that, I shouldn't go to your son's game tomorrow. And I shouldn't meet your kids. I shouldn't meet your mom. Like, you need to be sure that this is what the Lord is leading you to. And
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah, no, I look, Marcus, Kia, y'all have done a great job to the point to where it scares me. You know what I mean? Because we get along, and not only that, we have a lot of things in common, more than I ever thought. You know what I mean? So even how we even handle situations and altercations, is very patient, is very understanding. It's everything I've asked for. So yeah, it gets scary in a good way. So
For sure.
yeah.
but yeah, needless to say, I went to the game, so that fast didn't last very long. I mean,
How did we go from the fast to the game the next day? What happened in between there?
I'm not going to tell y'all everything. Something
Okay, take it.
but I was trying not to talk to the man, and I was like, "Look, I can't do this." As soon as we hung up the phone, when I tell you, I put on my war music, okay, and I was walking around this house praying, okay, in tongues. I was like, I don't know what's happening, but we not. So whatever he needs to see, whatever confirmation he need, go and give him some. Okay, so that's what I was doing.
But I got confirmation, so it's good. We got the green light on that.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, when something is aligning and God is doing it so quickly, we always gonna try to get in the way of that thing.
Yeah, step on our own toes.
Because it's like, is this too good to be true?
Right.
A lot of times, again, I almost self sabotage the thing because we were the same way, moving so fast. But it was God, we were in His will, and it was something that he perfectly aligned. So when it's like that and it's moving, go with it. Continue to go with it.
But,
Awesome.
Okay, so this morning of the is it a football game you said or a soccer game?
It was a baseball game.
Baseball game. So the morning of the baseball game, you get there. Do you meet everybody immediately, or is it like how is
No,
that
so
transition?
first it was his son. I met his son, so he introduced me, and of course, like he's a little kid, so he's like, I don't know who this new girl is. So like he said hi, but it was very shy.
Before the game?
Yeah, sorry.
Was it before the game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then their mother actually came over, so I met her as well. And then afterwards, I met his mom and his daughter, and his aunt as well. So
Okay. So while we're right here on again, there's so much to talk about here because
Yeah, I know it's a lot.
there's a lot of layers. The mom, how was that conversation of meeting his mom and being introduced as his girlfriend?
So he said that his mom was gonna talk a lot, but she didn't talk that much, and so
She was on her best behavior. She even said it. She's like, I'm on my best behavior, but I've heard so much about you, Brittany. I seen your videos. It's like I love it. I love it. She's really supportive.
Yeah. But yeah, she was very welcoming. She was just, I think, like he said, maybe trying not to like overwhelm me. So yeah, but it was pretty smooth.
Okay.
The both of your parents knew you came on the show and met on the show?
Half of my parents know. My mom knew. My dad still don't know. But
Okay.
Yeah, my whole family knew. They all knew. Every last one of them knew. They were all watching.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so let's get into this layer of the conversation now. So you met everyone there, met his children, and that's awesome. There's a lot of feedback that we received, which I'm sure you've seen, in regards to him having 3 children, the dynamic, how would you fit into it? Do you want to share?
Wait. People hoping that we told you.
Yes.
People hoping that we didn't,
So yes, let's start
throw
there.
you a curve.
Yeah, let's start there. Yeah, let's start there.
Did we tell you prior to?
Yeah. So yes, you guys told me. You asked me if I was okay with someone who had children. You told me how many he had. I asked if I could know the ages, which you gave me that as well. And so I had time to think about it. I had time to pray about it, and I got confirmation to move forward and meet him, and not just judge or make a decision based off of that limited information that I had. There's other things that factor into my decision as well, which I can say now or later if you guys want. But
Go ahead, say it.
So if you guys remember, or the viewers remember, on the show, I said at this point in my life, it's not something that's a deal breaker. And again, I am 34. And a piece of information that the viewers don't know is that I have been married before, and I am a widow, and I have, gone through all of those things that married people go through. And so for me, like I said, at this point in my life, it's not a deal breaker, because I don't know how God may want to. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how God may want to, bring something into my life. You know what I mean? So if I got confirmation to go ahead and meet him and see how things go, then that's what I did. And I'm okay with it. So, yes.
Listen,
Okay.
I want to. If it was up to me and me alone, I'd be clapping back. So, my wife, she keeps me out the comments. So just, people, y'all got to realize we're not just randomly doing this. We've started out telling you guys that this process is intentional from the time we start all the way until the time we finish. And this is for the mature, this is for the ready, This is for the people that are really searching for something. And we ain't gonna throw no curveballs when it comes to real life situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all handled that gracefully.
And I'll also
Man.
even hold the floor open for you, London, as well, because most of the comments were directed towards you. I we did. I don't know if you all seen. We did a live, maybe like a week or two ago. And
Yeah, we was in attendance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But no, we really wanted to have that dialogue because I think there's such a way of thinking when it comes to dating, marriage, and sometimes it can be one perceived view. And so this is why we have a show where you can have children. You can be married before. I mean, we're not stopping someone from coming on the show for those type of factors. And while we hear the comments where it's he has children, so what happened? We have these conversations with our participants prior to coming on the show just to make sure that we're not bringing anybody on the show that has any open doors of any sort and doing anybody a disservice. So, that being said, I want to give you the floor, London, to share, what all the comments that people were sharing about their thoughts about you having children, your children's mothers, how would Brittany fit in that dynamic. I saw a couple that were talking about she should run, leave him alone. So I'll let you speak.
Okay. I think I can speak for both Brittany and myself when we say, we don't really care much about what the comments say. We were honestly looking at the comments and we were sipping mojitos, you know what I mean? Just with the pinky up. It was like, okay, well, having fun, having bunches of laughs. But, and on a serious note, when it comes to our relationship, it makes me, in thinking about, the live stream as a whole, it made me think about, John 5 and when Jesus was talking to the Pharisees and basically telling them that, are we here to appease you or are we here to appease God? And Brittany and I's, our relationship is very intentional and it's for that purpose. It's to be a great reflection, to be ambassadors of the kingdom. And we're doing that. And we want to be able to highlight on a strong, powerful relationship that shows and it has a light in dark areas, and that's our intent. And I believe that we're working towards that. And when it comes to, and I remember hearing when I was watching the show, and it was like, man, was the three kids, after stopping at one, I would have just stopped at one. Yeah, and I get it. I totally get it. But I think you addressed this, Marcus, and you was like, you got to think about whether this was BC, was this before Christ, and it was, and that was the reason why I took those 5 years to be pruned, right, to be in isolation and to just be with the Lord and allow Him to build me up and direct me in the right path, you know. It takes a lot of responsibility when having a relationship, especially when you're following Christ. I know, especially as men, men hold a lot and bear a lot of the responsibility. So we want to make sure that if we are in a relationship, that we're doing it in the right manner. And I understand that, I have kids that I love and adore, and I'm there for 110%, you know, but I want to make sure that everybody knows that and sees that we are trying to do the best that we can in the Lord and us following the Lord. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had it.
Yeah.
No.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Do you want to talk about? Is there any other questions on?
Yeah. So if you remember anything that you want to just address before I ask my questions, feel free to.
Okay. All right. We'll do.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting that guy that got on the live was judging so hard when he was basically in the same situation. Granted, he only had one child, however, you still had a child out of wedlock. So I think for me, I always just find it so funny how people like that judge in the way that they do. Um, but I think it also just affirms for me, just like, again, people don't have the same level of understanding, maybe grace. Like, there's just a lot of differences. I'll just say that.
But don't get me wrong, Nolan is cool with me. Nolan is cool with Brittany. You know what I mean? But yeah, I understand. But you know, Nolan
ain't cool with me.
Look,
wait a minute. Nolan, you ain't cool with me. Let me tell you why. Because me and my friend was sitting here watching you, and you was talking a lot, right? But for me, it wasn't making no sense. I'm just gonna say it, right? He was like, "Oh yeah, I understand what he's saying. I don't understand what you're saying." Talk to the Lord, because I feel like at this point it's like he saw a reflection of himself, and it's something that he hasn't forgiven himself about. Don't project that onto nobody else. That's my therapist coming out. Okay, don't project that onto nobody else. Go deal with your stuff with the Lord.
We do have a natural habit of projecting, but I believe that that's why we do have a relationship with the Lord, because he shows us that. He's like, yo, am I projecting? Am I, putting myself in this situation? He did say that. Like, hey, I'm putting myself, but I guess he was missing that part of, of when I actually came to the Lord, you know.
But I also feel like people thought, like, just because I put my thumb up, I was marrying a man tomorrow. Right. I'm not. It was just, again, we met. I'm gonna get to know him and see where things.
That was a start, man. That was a start. I told you, as soon as we left the show, it was on.
We weren't married each other the next day.
Yeah,
that's when everything started, man.
Man, that was getting good. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Back to the show. Yeah. I think I told him, like, you can't go through life looking at people through the lens that you look at yourself in. Mm-hmm. If you call yourself a Christian, you got to put on the lens of Christ. You know what I mean? And I didn't get it either. I'm on your side. Grace and love, but it's just like you. Yeah. People process things differently.
So I do want to get a little clarification. So when you say the 5 years, because I don't want anybody to be confused on what you're talking about. So you want to clarify what you mean by the 5 years of processes and pruning? What happened?
Yeah. So during my 5-year process of isolation, like, I wasn't dating, I wasn't talking to anyone. The only thing I was doing was studying the word. I was in church. I have friends in Christ that I talk to. I wasn't even thinking about a relationship up until the point of the right connection, which was so, even I know my mom was surprised, my aunt was surprised, like, London, that's not like you. What's going on? And so they were very surprised that I went on the show and went to Atlanta to do this show. And I'm blessed because of it, for sure. So I say, any man of God, man, say, come on, if you feel like you're ready, come out of prune. Let's go. Let's get on the right connection, man. Yeah, let's go.
Sure. We appreciate you saying that, because there's a lot of different feedback towards this show, the episode in general. But one of the main things that we want to keep this show as is extremely Christ-led. And so from the moment that we meet you to the moment that we meet you in person, we're very intentional in the process of making sure that the participants are healed, are ready. This is not just a TV show to us. Yes, it's nice and it feels like it's a passion of ours to do, but at the end of the day, our goal is to see this and see the end result of kingdom marriages. Like, this is not just TV show. So I said that to say that we were receiving a lot of questions, like we were doing you, Brittany, a disservice by putting you with or matching you with someone who has children. And so, which that's beyond me. Marcus has a child.
I hope, because I wrestled with sharing my, my story, honestly. on here because I'm like, they don't deserve to hear, but it ain't mine to tell. It's the Lord's, right? So I hope that by hearing all of this, people's eyes are opened and that they're not so closed-minded or judgmental. Like think about all the different scenarios, right, of how people end up in the situations that they are in. I feel like everyone saw, like, because he asked if I had kids and I automatically said no, that meant like I didn't have a past before I was saved and I never, did anything. Like, I'm not I'm not an angel, right? Like I'm human as well. I've sinned before as well. And I think what I told London is that, the only difference between us is that my past, has brought forth a woman who knows that she enjoys being a wife. She enjoys catering to her husband. She wants to be a wife. And you know that that's what you're getting. And I also know that I'm getting someone who knows how to be a father, who enjoys that as well. And
Yeah, I just want to say Brittany is very supportive. I mean, when I tell you she is very supportive, caring, thoughtful, you know what I mean? And she anticipates, how I'm feeling, or she listens to understand. And that's all I've asked for, and she does it gracefully, without her even trying. So I love that about her. She's dope.
Brittany, do you feel, sorry, you about to ask something? Mm-mm. Brittany, do you feel like that comes natural for you to do, or has it just been natural to do with London?
I think in general it's natural for me to do. I do it pretty much with everyone in my life. But I think part of it is also just what I do for a living. Like, it's the majority of what I spend my time doing. So I think it's able to just transfer back and forth between professional and personal.
Okay, so before we hop into the questions, do you all want to clear up anything else regarding things that you saw in comments? Feel free. You don't have to hold anything back if, I'm giving you the opportunity.
I mean, I don't really have much, to be honest with you. I think it was majority of the people that were having comments, I guess even negative comments for the most part. I truly believe those people were reflecting, you know what I mean, on their own insight on how, I guess, how I looked, how I acted, my demeanor, I guess, on Brittany's demeanor and how she acted. People are always going to have their opinion. You know what I mean? You got to take the bad with the good. I think we both understood that with coming on the show, but I believe that definitely we won out of it. Like, it outweighs, so.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other comment that I will address somewhat is the comment about his sexuality. And I think it's important to address because I prayed about it, and literally immediately God was like, you, me, but also just women in general will pray for a man who is gentle, who's kind, who's loving, who's caring, all of those things. And then you get that and you label it or mislabel it as something else. And I was like, ooh, okay, Lord, I hear you, right? And so I hope by me, again, sharing that, it opens people's eyes and helps them to recognize, like, your idea of a masculine man may not be as masculine as you think it is. Sometimes I think a lot of people see toxicity as masculine, and that's what they're actually attracted to and used to. And so when a real masculine man shows up, a real leader, a real man of God shows up, they're not able to recognize it.
You better cut it out, girl. You better stop.
Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head. Say it again.
Say it again. Marcus, say it again.
They can rewind it if they need to hear it.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah. We appreciate you for addressing it. We wanted to, well, for one, before I even say that, I always, majority of the times, if you see comments on the comment section from The Right Connection, we've all talked about it as a team to appropriately respond with PR training. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Training.
I can't respond at all.
He's not allowed. He's not allowed to respond. But what I would say to the audience is, at no point is it acceptable to disrespect anyone who's on this platform, anyone in general, but on this platform specifically.
And some of them ones that be saying it ain't the cutest either.
Watch it. Marcus is gonna get in trouble for this.
I'm just saying, we be looking at y'all profile pictures too.
Yeah, hey.
You
So
gonna get in
Maybe there's a little
trouble
bit
for
of
this.
bitterness
I may
in
get in
there
trouble.
somewhere,
Kevin
but
and Patricia, I don't care. Y'all watch your mouth. Be respectful.
Be respectful is
Yeah,
the number
I
one
feel that.
thing
Be
that we
respectful.
continuously to preach. We understand everybody has an opinion and can comment whatever they want, but you will get
not
blocked.
whatever. Yeah,
You
not
will
whatever.
get blocked, and so.
But I think it also shows, like, are you really a Christian? Are you really saved? Because if you were, you would know, okay, let me just keep that to myself.
Right.
Yeah, pray about it.
Have that wisdom to know what to speak, when to share. Not everything you think you need to say. And so just want to put that out there. At no point do we tolerate any type of disrespect or slander to any participant, because I am quick with the blocking in a heartbeat. So every time I see a comment, it will get deleted and you will get blocked. That's it.
We appreciate you.
Of course. Let's get into questions.
All right, let's do it.
So you started off the date by praying, and there was so much conversation around your just willingness to want to pray before the date. Where was your thought process, and what made you want to begin the date with prayer?
I think I believe as being followers of Christ, that's something that we should always be practicing. Especially praying and fasting. Those are things that's a requirement for us. So whenever we're feeling something, when we're feeling fear, anxiety, joy, happiness, we always give it to God. I mean, if y'all would know, I prayed before the application. I prayed during our personal interview, before the interview that we had before I got on the show. I prayed before getting on the flight. I prayed while I was on the flight. I prayed once I was in the room in the hotel. I prayed while I was in the dressing room before y'all told me to come on. And then, before we started answering these questions, I was nervous. So we had to pray then too. Look, I was telling her just now before we got on here, I'm nervous. We got to pray.
And I'm like, why are you nervous? Like, the hard part is over. This is just an update.
But I definitely believe that prayer and fasting is a requirement for us to always practice. And it definitely keeps the heart soft, and it actually keeps us updated on what to do next. Because we always got to play changes sometimes. You know what I mean? You can't always run the same play. We always got to be praying so that way we understand and know, hey, we got to switch it up. We got to do this differently. We got to move differently.
Yeah.
That's right.
We did receive a comment. So speaking about the prayer, we received a comment that said, by Eb4478. I would have.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
She knows. I would have been immediately turned off by the praying together because it seems performative. If he really wanted to pray, he would have prayed beforehand. And if he really wanted to pray with her, he could have went without the hand holding. Hand holding is a way to break the mold, which is calculated. Could have been seen as manipulative. I could be wrong, though. Just my observation.
You wrong.
I'm glad that she put I could be wrong, though. And that might be someone that was, like how we said, we've been saying it, reflecting, and someone that has been hurt in the past. I don't know her story, but I'm always going to, keep that option open for someone that is hurting, that has been hurt before in that manner. And so she's hyper vigilant over it. Yeah, I think she went about it the wrong way by making a comment about it. But, I still see someone that is hurting, you know what I mean? And all we can do. I remember seeing that comment too. All we did was pray. That's it. We prayed for her.
They didn't get married, y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to read this one? From the you can say the name.
Okay, this is from I am Anisha Forever 2703. I'm not sure. I feel there is more to know about him. He's a charmer.
Am I a charmer? Am I? Look, I didn't I didn't know that. That was what one of the comments said, huh?
Yes.
Yep, that's what
Yeah.
I said.
Okay. Do you wanna
Is
say
that
something about
negative
that?
or positive?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, however you would perceive it.
Um, no, I mean this is me 24/7. I know when I saw Brittany for sure, because I believe that people talk to me, or try to talk to me or whatever like that every now and then. And there was something special about Brittany, if we want to just talk strictly about Brittany, where I knew for a fact, okay, this is the person that I am going to give 110% to. I'm going to, because there's something about, like, when you meet certain people, there's a light about them, something that you can't explain, but you're drawn to. Since being with her, for these 7 weeks, I've seen multiple people drawn to Brittany. And this is something that you can't explain. It's something that just naturally happens with her. And she has a lot of favor that is just on her, you know, and something that you just can't explain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, see?
I mean, I've also been through a lot, so I guess with that comes a
Yeah.
different
I
level
mean,
of
when you go
confidence.
through a lot, you know for a fact,
Yeah.
like the Lord is trusting you with her.
Exactly.
I think she mentioned that she was in her Job season. The reason why Job was going through what he went through is because the Lord trusted him with, that pain. He knew that, where other people would be shaken and say, "Oh, I can't trust God no more." He trusted Brittany with the same thing, saying like, you can do this to Brittany, but she will never falter in her faith with me. If anything, she's going to go harder, just like Job. You know what I mean? And I look at that, and knowing, like, the details about what happened, that I look at that, and I admire it. I really do. Because not everybody can do that. Not everybody can say, I still trust the Lord with even more zeal than what I did before.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
For sure.
yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so Ashley Tia Ohm said, "Yeah, I was here for the until the 3 kids." That first line was rough. Okay.
Yo, and so this is what I'm talking about. We be laughing. Like look, I thought, like, you think I would
So
be
I'm
talking to
assuming
her,
she
like,
meant she was
I
here for
mean,
us as a
yeah.
couple until she found out that he had 3 children. And that's
Oh,
great. You're not the one dating him. That's all I can
it's
tell
like,
you.
look.
yeah, and
I'm
that's
sorry
all.
that you're no longer supporting us, but
Yeah,
Right.
this is so that's all that matters. You're also not my parents, so I don't really care.
yeah,
Love you.
and that's there was a lot of positive comments in between the mix of the 3 children comments. For one thing that we noticed was in part one, everybody loved your relationship and what they were seeing building. It was nothing but positive comments until part two came and the mention of children. We had our own observations about why that could be, but do you want to share a little bit about what we talked about when it came from part one to part two?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. So just like we know, people are viewing the show with their own lens. They see a handsome man, they see a beautiful woman, and they're putting themselves in that seat of that beautiful woman, and they like, yes, Lord, send the London my way next.
I mean, girl.
And as soon as the I knew it's too good to be true. Like, we can't have kids no more. Like, people can't have kids.
Yeah.
So again, that's all it was.
Yeah.
We asked people what their non-negotiables are. If your non-negotiable is somebody that has kids, take yourself out of that seat.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
If you don't care about having kids, maybe a London part two may come along for you. Continue watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so overall, we really hope that all this has cleared up the mix of the conversation around children. And I think a lot of people can be a little open minded and less harsh and judgmental when it comes to men or women that may come on the show with children. People have children, y'all.
And we do.
It's not new.
We do the work. We do the intensive work. But again, I do want to say thank you, London, for just your preparedness, your promptness. This guy, he was early. You know what I mean? He came through the front like, all right, when do we start? You know, 3 minutes early. I didn't have to wonder where he was. Conversation, communication on 100. You know, if I could have 100 more Londons sign up, like I'd be blessed. So I just wanna say thank you for just doing your work and letting that exude through how you live your life. So yeah, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, and fellas, take notes.
Take notes.
I'll say it again. I thank you guys. Thank you.
We thank y'all. Okay, so we're gonna hop into the fun stuff real quick before we go. We don't keep you on for too long.
Yeah.
But we love that you all are official. And we have another couple on our hands. And we love that because this makes our heart so happy. It makes
this is our job.
Yeah, the long hours of finding matches, going through hundreds of people and trying to find a person for a person, all worth it. And so I want to say thank you to the both of you for trusting God, of course, through this process, because it's very unconventional. I know a lot of people are not going on a dating show, especially as a believer. And so the space looks different. And I know it's probably out of your comfort zone, but you being here and trusting the process
and seeing the process through, doing the work after the show.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, because, you know, you can match in the show and then anything can happen right after that. But to see you both still sitting here and the amount of conversations and dates and things that you all have done. And check-ins. Like, a lot of people are not even doing that in long-term relationships. And so I pray that that's an encouragement to anyone who's watching in a relationship or aspiring to be in a relationship. That's beautiful to witness and to hear. But, okay, so you guys said Thanksgiving's coming up.
Right.
You all are spending Thanksgiving together. So this is your first holiday season together. How y'all feel about that?
Excited, ecstatic. I'm ready. Let's go.
Are you spending it with both families or?
So my family won't be here, but my friends are coming to my house. So I'm going to be with them for part of the day, and then I'm going to leave them here at my house and go with him.
She said, I'm leaving my friends.
They know what it is.
Your friends met London?
Have your friends met me?
Yeah.
One of them, the one that you guys met.
Okay.
We like her.
She's so sweet. So, first holiday season. So I'm sure that there's already plans in works for even after that, knowing the space that you both are in. I think this is beautiful. We off to a really good start. Yes.
Wait, let me tell you, I forgot one thing. Let me tell you how I really knew. So he texted me again, right? Middle of the day, randomly. Have you eaten? I was like, Holy Spirit, did you tell on me? Because I really, I did not eat the whole day. He was like, what do you want? I'm going to DoorDash you something. I was like, wow. You gonna what?
Yeah.
This man sent me a seafood boil. I was like,
yeah. She did tell me that her one of her favorite foods is seafood, right? And yeah, something came. I was like, "Hey, let me check on Brittany, see if she ate." Okay, so I did. So I checked, and she was like, "No, I haven't." Okay, well, I'm gonna order you something. And she was like, "No, you don't have to do that." I was like, "Listen, if I was there, I'll cook for you. But listen, I can't do that right now. So I'm gonna do the next best thing." So there you go.
My friend was like, a seafood boil.
Yeah.
I know. So are you guys because you're both in Houston, are you close in proximity or you kind of far?
Somewhat close, about 30 minutes. 30 minutes from
Okay.
from each other. That's not bad.
I live in the country.
She live in the country.
My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So usually you will go to her side of town.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think that makes
Wow.
it even more the better. Well, that's good to hear. Do you have anything you want to ask?
My heart's full.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm just so happy that we were able to just talk, catch up with you both, and hear your hearts, and for everyone to see the love between the both of you. I think it's exuding even through the screen without you having to say anything. Again, Brittany has not stopped smiling. Yes.
She's shining over there, boy.
She is shining. I'm just the way that she looks at you and the way that you look at her, I can definitely see that there's something special there. So it's just this is so sweet.
Yeah. Brittany, just again, we appreciate you trusting us. We're honored. We're honored to see this. This is what we wanted. So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
y'all were my pick.
Really?
I picked y'all.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
I
Yeah.
did.
He was.
So,
He was.
yeah, I'm honored, and my heart's full. So,
Yeah.
we'll keep in touch.
For sure.
No, for sure, guys. We want to say thank you, guys. Like, y'all have been such a blessing to us, and we know for a fact, with y'all putting us together, we know that you can probably chose anybody. You know what I mean? And the fact that you chose us is awesome. It's a blessing to be on the show and a great experience to be on the show. And I know for a fact we probably, without you guys being the middlemen, you know what I mean, and working for the Lord, I would have never met this beautiful woman right here. So I'm thankful, truly.
Wow. She was hiding. She was in hiding now.
She was definitely in hiding.
She was in hiding.
She said she don't get out the house.
Yeah.
I don't leave the house. That's my biggest problem.
Yeah. That's one thing too. We told you all that we have hundreds of applications. At one point, it was a little over 600. And so when we reached out to you, London, I believe that was it October? Was it September? We reached out to you.
Yeah, before October for sure.
So we saw that you applied in July.
Yeah.
We never saw your application up until we saw hers.
Oh.
Wow.
Completely missed your application.
Yeah.
So one day I was just going through, just to give you a little backstory of how y'all got here. I'm going through the applications, and I think we were on a meeting call, and I yelled out, "Another guy just applied." And so we all scrambled to go look. We sent over your photos in our team group chat.
Yeah.
And later on, few clicks later, it was Brittany's profile. So we sent over her page. We sent over her Instagram. We looking at the both of you, compare your applications, and immediately he's like, "Yeah, we don't even need to talk about."
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right after that. But it was just crazy because we could have seen you back in July. We looked through the applications all the time, but for whatever reason, both of you were just
not there.
It was
we were
not
looking,
there.
it was not there.
It was not there at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. It had to be God.
That God did that. Like, look, I'm telling you.
Yeah. 'Cause
Hey, look, he was waiting for you, Brittany. He was waiting for you.
literally,
I love it.
which is crazy. But okay, is there anything else y'all want to say? Share? Is there anything that you're doing? Anything you want anybody to support you on? She said, "Girl, no.
Like, nah,
I got what I need out of this."
Yeah, no, I think we both in agreement, man. We really are loving the relationship right now, and we're so glad that we went out to Atlanta. Yeah, it's not even funny. It's been a true blessing, and so yeah, no, I don't have anything else to add.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much, guys. We thank you and we appreciate you.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to this catch up. we hope that this is what you needed. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of The Right Connection. We hope you enjoyed watching our participants' journey to find a meaningful connection.
Think you have what it takes to find the right connection? We're looking for singles ready to embark on their own journey to love.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode. Share your favorite moments and insights in the comments below.
Don't miss out on future episodes. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Right Connection.